So you just wrapped up a new client project and now you're thinking about sharing it on social media in a way that leads to more client inquiries. I'm going to share 5 Instagram posts that you can create from one client project, starting with the quickest and easiest to make and ending with the one with the biggest impact. The last one has the biggest potential to bring in clients with higher budgets, so stick around. Hey, I'm Danbee. I'm a web design mentor based in Switzerland. I help web designers earn a consistent income by turning every client project into a stepping stone to more client projects. So you're always building on your past work instead of starting from scratch. To get started with my programs for free, head over to danbeeshun.com/training. First up is the client testimonial. I probably don't have to tell you that testimonials provide valuable social proof and help you build trust with potential clients. They show that real businesses have invested in your services and seen real results. The biggest mistake I see web designers make with client testimonials is not editing them before sharing them on their websites. So here is an example of a client testimonial that I got. I'll read it out super quickly. Everything about working with Danbee was so amazing. Not only is she incredibly skilled at building websites, she's also a great communicator, highly intuitive, very thoughtful, and excellent at giving feedback in a constructive and positive way. Danbee made me feel as if I was her most important client every time we interacted. She listens to her clients, really digests and considers what you're saying, and then applies that to what she's creating. The end product is terrific. I am thrilled with it, but I'm also happy with the process we went through together. It taught me a lot about business operations issues to think about in my coaching practice and gave me incredible insights as to how to better be present and open with my own clients. All of this is obviously really great for me to hear, and it's a huge ego boost. I also love knowing that this client had such a great experience working with me. She actually sent me multiple referrals, and that is what I'm talking about when I say turn every client project into a stepping stone for future projects. But especially on social media, where most of us are skimming, a lot of this is not super interesting or relevant to my potential clients. It's a lot of text. So I would edit this testimonial and strip it down to just this. Danbee listens to her clients, really digests and considers what you're saying, and then applies that to what she's creating. The end product is terrific. I'm thrilled with it, but I'm also happy with the process we went through together. It gave me incredible insights as to how to better be present and open with my own clients. Now this testimonial is a lot shorter and it focuses on the outcomes and the impact that this project had on my client's business. If you find that you're not getting testimonials that are focused on outcomes or impact like this, make sure you're asking the right kinds of questions when you ask for feedback at the end of your project. You want to ask questions that encourage your clients to share in detail what they were looking for when they first came to you and how they now feel about the results of you working together. In my course, the Fast Track System, I share the exact feedback form that I ask my clients to fill out, so you can borrow the exact questions that I ask. Moving on to the second post, screenshots of the completed website. Screenshots are such a great way to show off your design skills and give potential clients a preview of your design style and what they can expect when they work with you. Here are my top tips for making screenshots effective. 1. Use high quality images. PNGs usually work better than JPEGs if you want your designs to look crisp and professional. 2. Use stock mockups. Clean, professional mockups like the one you see on the screen right now can really elevate your work and make your screenshots look polished and more interesting. 3. Include mobile views. Don't forget to show how your designs look on mobile. For many clients, depending on their industry, of course, at least half of their traffic will come from mobile. 4. Show movement. Use GIFs or short screen recordings to highlight interesting interactions like button hovers or animations. All right, once you've shown off the final product through screenshots, it's time to highlight what your clients actually walked away with. Surprisingly, I don't see a lot of designers doing this, even though it's a super simple and powerful way to communicate the value of your work. This next type of post is all about deliverables. This is where you break down exactly what was included in your package. I bet you never just deliver a website. You probably also deliver things like branding assets, stock photos, website copy, and so much more. Sharing these kinds of details might not seem all that important, but it can actually have such an impact on the kinds of inquiries that you get. Because as I mentioned earlier, this helps you communicate the true value of your work. It shows that you didn't just create a pretty looking website, you delivered a full strategic package that meets all of your clients' needs. So what's important here is to include information about both the features and the benefits. So here's some examples. You delivered a custom website so that your client can build a strong online presence in a central location instead of relying on scattered landing pages and social media posts. You delivered a brand kit, including logos, branding colors, and branding fonts, so that they have a cohesive, professional visual identity across all platforms, from their website and social media profiles to email newsletters and Facebook ads. You delivered website copy so that their message is clear, accurately reflects their brand, and guides visitors towards a specific action like booking a call. You delivered stock photos so that their website is an accurate representation of their client base, helping them connect with their ideal customers. You delivered personalized website training so that they can update their own website and keep it fresh without needing constant help from a professional web designer. What you choose to highlight as the benefit really depends on your client and what they are looking for. So for example, one web designer might deliver a brand kit because their client wants or needs consistent colors and fonts to use across different platforms, while another designer might deliver the exact same kind of brand kit, but for their client, it's important because their brand has evolved over the years and they need an updated look. When you can communicate the benefits, the value of your deliverables this way, you're so much more likely to attract good fit clients who want what you're selling and who are prepared, who are willing to pay thousands of US dollars to work with you. If you are feeling inspired and have already started thinking about which of these ideas you want to try, give me a thumbs up on this video. And if you want to learn more about how to get high-ticket clients for your web design business, hit subscribe so that you don't miss my next video. Okay, next up is the opinion post. Opinion posts are all about sharing your personal perspective as a professional web designer. They highlight a specific part of your process, and it's a really great way for potential clients to get a bit of insight into your values and how you work. This is a great way for you to share why you do things a certain way and, more importantly, why that matters for the client results that you deliver. If you want to charge in the range of $5,000 to $10,000 plus US dollars for a website, it is so important that you develop your own opinions about web design. Your ideal clients want to work with people who can explain not just what they do, but also why they do those things and why they make the decisions that they make. Having a point of view helps you stand out in a crowded market and positions you as a strategic partner, not just another pixel pusher. So here's how to create an opinion post step by step. 1. Choose one specific part of your process. This could be your client questionnaire, copywriting, how you present the final design, or the training that you provide after you launch the website. If I were creating an opinion post, I might choose copywriting because I have strong feelings about this. 2. Connect it to your client's experience. So answer the question, why is this part of the process important or valuable to your clients? I always include website copywriting in all my client projects because providing content is often a major stumbling block for my clients. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. If they have to write the copy themselves, it can add a huge amount of stress and slow down the entire project. And that is not good for the client or for me. Plus, when I handle the copy, I can make sure the website is built on strategic, conversion-focused messaging that accurately reflects my client's brand, which helps them attract the right kinds of clients. 3, share a client testimonial, obviously from this new project that you've just wrapped up, on this specific part of the process that you've chosen. This adds credibility and backs up your approach. It shows that your clients agree that this part of your process delivers the results that you say you do. So here's the testimonial from one of my clients, specifically about the copy that I wrote for her. I am in awe and extremely grateful to you. I loved going through all of my content and seeing how much thought you put into it. Your words are so smart and impactful. It's a tremendous upgrade from the material I've been using so far. You perfectly captured me, my business, and my vibe in such an authentic way, and I couldn't be happier. You also made everything seamless and required so little of my time. Thank you. Big heart emoji. Finally, 4, connect it to your values. Your ideal clients want to know that your values are aligned with theirs. So wrap up with a few sentences about how this part of your process reflects your values as a web designer. So for example, I might say, I believe my clients deserve a seamless, stress-free experience. I don't just want to build beautiful websites. I want to create strategic, high-impact websites that truly reflect my clients' voices and help them reach their goals. By handling the copy myself, I can make sure that every word is intentional and aligned with their bigger business vision. So based on all of this, I could create a carousel or a reel that explains why I write the copy for all of my client projects. Sharing your opinions this way shows potential clients that you have a clear, thoughtful, and strategic process. This is the kind of content that will bring you clients who truly value your expertise. Next up is the case study post. This is all about telling the transformation story of your client from that initial challenge that they had when they first came to you to the final result. I love a case study post because they demonstrate your expertise and provide a concrete example of how you help your clients achieve real-life business results. This is precisely the kind of information that attracts clients with bigger budgets who are ready to invest in professional web design. Because this is a pretty content-heavy post, I would recommend using a carousel, and this is how to put it together step by step. 1, start with the project highlights. 2, we introduce your client. What is their name? What do they do? What do they sell? And who is their target audience? This sets the stage for the story and helps potential clients see themselves in the example. 3, describe their initial challenge. Share what was happening in their business that made them decide to work with you. This is your before picture. 4, share the project goals. This is your chance to show how you translated your client's challenges into concrete website goals. When we talk about website strategy, this is a huge part of what we're talking about. You have to set the right goals to make sure that your clients get the results that they want at the end of the project. 5, explain how you solve the problem. I would focus on the parts of your process that had the biggest impact. 6, reiterate the most important results. These are the highlights that you mentioned at the very beginning of the post. Now that the reader has more context, these results will make more sense and hopefully seem even more impressive. This is so powerful for showing the real, tangible value of your work. This is an Instagram post, so remember to keep it brief and easy to skim and only include information that is critical. And by the way, if you want to dive deeper into creating compelling case studies and build a portfolio so that you can get high quality leads through your website, check out my course, Case Study Recipe. I will include a link in the video description. So we just covered how to turn one client project into 5 different Instagram posts. One really, really important thing that you must do with every one of these posts is to include a call to action. If someone sees any one of these posts and then wants to take the next step towards working with you, what should they do? What do you want them to do? Make sure that is super clear. And also, please make sure that your Instagram bio includes a link to your website. Your website is so much more valuable to your web design business than your Instagram profile. If you're curious as to why that is and what you should include on your website as a web designer, click on the video showing up on your screen right now. I will see you over there.